last week shows a good attitude, a good mindset. They'll be growing in confidence, and the attacking players certainly going forward, they are playing with a lot more freedom.
And what credit then goes to Michael Carrick? Because it does, in the last 2 weeks, look like a team transformed.
Yeah, it does, obviously, and Harry makes a good point. A lot of their players are back now. There's a full group. They've got full weeks together. There's no other distractions. They can focus on the league form, and they're producing. But as we know, you win 1-2 games for Man United, fantastic. Particularly to beat City and to come to Arsenal where... But I felt United would get a result today. I was thinking maybe more of a draw, but I always felt United would turn up, and they've got enough quality players. But they get that, they've got momentum now into their season, and all of a sudden you're looking at United and you're thinking, great chance of top 4. 1 or 2 months ago you're saying, no, I don't think they'll do it. But now if they play with that confidence and belief, then you give the manager credit, you give his staff credit, and the players are turning up. Simple as that.
Would you give it Carrick then, now, Roy?
Job? No, you're being silly now. No,
serious. No, would you give him the job? He's had 2 great performances.
Yeah, 2 great performances, but anybody can win 2 games. That's what he does at the end of the season. And even if they do get into 4th, I still wouldn't be convinced he's the man for the job. Absolutely not. I still think they need a bigger and better manager. But he's got the opportunity. What a chance it is for him. And you know what? He's taking it. So, fair play to him.
Micah, we're here till 8 o'clock. We've got all that time to get into the weeds of Manchester United's future. But in terms of Arsenal, Patrick, what does this defeat do to their title challenge now? They're still 4 points clear.
They're still 4 points clear, but there's still some question about the mental strength of the team. I think that performance will be really disappointed because it's not the fact that they lose the game, but it's the way they lose the game. I think there was a lack of creativity. They didn't create enough. I think Saka on the right or Trossard on the left-hand side didn't produce enough to really create danger for United. So they will be, I think, in this situation, a leader to lift the spirit of the team. There will be this momentum where we will need somebody to make them understand that when they are on the field, they have to play. I think this is a team who are full of quality, and to play with more energy and to take more risk because they've got the quality. And it was a disappointing performance because I felt that they didn't play with this kind of freedoms to express themselves.
But in terms of leaders, Micah, they had the captain Odegaard on the pitch. They took him off before the hour mark in that quadruple change.
Yeah, but you lead in different ways, don't you? He leads on the field in terms of his creativity. Didn't really get into the game today. I think Patrick raises a good point in terms of that psychological battle, knowing that you want to win today. You win today, it puts you in good stead. And then it's against United. OK, they had a good result last week, but can you get over the line? There was a lack of urgency, a lack of energy, and a lack of someone who wanted to take the game to United, to get on the ball and make something happen. And that was the worrying thing. When you got Saka on the pitch, when you got Trossard on the pitch, Jesus had talked him up before the game, and he wanted one of those players to step up in the big games. And today, they went missing.
Do you know what that's called? It's pressure. Pressure's on Arsenal today. And you see the other results, and they're in a great position. They've got everything going for them. They're doing really well in all the competitions, etc. And that's pressure. They're feeling the pressure. It's how they deal with it over the next month or two. That's what's cost them over the last few years when they've gotten themselves in good positions. And the sign over the last few weeks, now we're going back to the Liverpool game, the Forest game, and today, losing that momentum. If you step back, they'll have to have a reset and still step back and go, we're still in a great position. We've got to get our momentum back, and that almost a little bit of confidence. I can't believe they don't look like a confident team where they are in the league and what they're doing in the other competitions. You almost have to sit in the dressing room and go, no, what's up with everybody? Play the game. They're obviously playing the occasion. They started getting a bit of joy when they were throwing the subs on and they were gambling, they were playing maybe off the cuff. You're thinking, OK, they got back to 2-2, and for a brilliant goal, they might have got a draw. So they've got to get back to basics and start embracing this challenge instead of being frightened of it.
Yeah, and results have gone against them as well this weekend. We've
got lads that are Ahmad that are ready to at 26, at 27 to deal with the pressure of this, and it looked like they enjoyed that today rather than feel the burden of playing for a massive club.
Yeah, I agree. When I'm watching that, I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, like, that's a side foot, like what we were talking about earlier. Side foot with pace. You can't, and when I'm watching Reyes straight away, and he seems to get trapped behind, I think it's Gabriel, and he has a little look down the other side, and then by the time he's trying to get across, it's too late. He gets nowhere near it.
OK, let's get some Arsenal reaction now. Here is their captain, Martin Ødegaard.
Oh, Martin, a really painful one, actually. What happened this afternoon?
Yeah, it wasn't good enough from us. It's hard to tell exactly now. We need some time to analyse it, but yeah, it wasn't good enough, the performance, and should have done better. But now it's time to stick together even more and to just keep working, keep being together and bounce back.
Up until 1-0, though, the performance did seem good enough. Would you agree with that? And if so, what happened from that point on?
Yeah, the first half, I mean, I think we were the better team. We scored a goal and had control of the game, but we had a lot of giveaways in the game that created a few dangerous moments. And then second half, I think the momentum changed a bit. Yeah, we managed to get the 2-2 there, and then could have pushed on to win it, but then they scored straight away. So yeah, overall not good enough from us. But as I said, time to stick together, time to work even harder and push each other even more and bounce back.
I know you've not had long, but what have you said amongst yourselves?
Yeah, just what I said now. Now is the time to be together. It was never going to be easy in this league, and we know that. And now is the time to be really strong and together and keep working and just bounce back straight away.
You're really honest from the captain there. David, I must ask you about the changes Mikel Arteta made. 58 minutes in, 4 of them at once, and one of them was the removal of the captain.
Yeah.
That's what he means to him as well. 3 shots on target, 3 goals. I mean, that's the perfect win when you put a plan into place at somewhere like the Emirates, isn't it?
Yeah, everything's got to be perfect, but it does sharpen your focus. You know, your 3 shots. I don't think it's a coincidence. You know, you don't get many chances when you go into places like the Emirates. Arsenal didn't defend horrifically at all. I mean, 2 unbelievable goals. Obviously, they will think they can avoid the first goal. But it's just amazing, isn't it? You know, when you sit in this seat, or Michael Carrick, or the player, sometimes you just don't know. It's just that confidence, that new belief, that something. And we can't quantify it. But having confidence as a player, having that belief again, it turns you into Superman. I mean, it's quite incredible. And as I say, you can't quantify it. You can't say how or why it comes. But as soon as you start feeling it again, and we've just seen in 2 games, Manchester United have put in 2 unbelievable performances. I actually thought they played better against Manchester City last week. But they were so clinical today. 3 half chances, and all 3 of them in the back of the net against a serious side who I still think will go on and win the league, but that's a real statement from Manchester United.
Yeah. So 1-1 at half-time, 5 minutes into the second half. A player who, until Boxing Day, had never scored in his Manchester United career, now has 3 and 6. Will he score a better one in his career?
No. That's why his teammates were doing that one too. I mean, and you know what's... You need a little bit of luck sometimes in football. Takes a bit of a... Bruno takes a bad touch. Dorgu misses it. If it bounces up to him, and the strike is so pure. And sometimes on that volley, it just needs to sit up to you. I love this. Great little 1-2 initially, but Bruno takes a baggy touch, volleys it into the deck, misses it, and smashes it top bin. What a finish. I mean, honestly, he's absolutely on fire at the moment. It's amazing.
Both goals here, you know, wide player coming inside, and we just saw the 2 wide players there, Saliba and Timber. They got distracted by... In this situation, it was Luke Shaw making a run down the left-hand side, and it just gave Dorgu the chance to come inside unmarked, and exactly the same happened for the 3rd goal with Cunha, which we'll obviously go on to see. But those players drifting off the wide area with an overlapper on the left-hand side really caused Arsenal problems in those 2 goals. But talk about the strike, it was incredible. Cutting across it, so it was always going away from the goalkeeper. I guess you think, I can get it. And it's going further and further away.
Yeah. And he didn't even get a touch to it, you know. No. That's how pure the strike was, you know. It was even better because when you watch it, you'll see, I think it's Trossard comes across Dorgu just as he hits it. So it's an even better strike, you know. And coming off the crossbar like that always looks brilliant.
And just to clarify, VAR looked at the appeals for handball. Inconclusive was the...
Yeah, it looked like it came off the hip, didn't it? But certainly... Yeah, I agree with that. Even if it did brush the arm, it was inconclusive if it did or not. I thought it was the hip, and Arsenal players, of course, they appealed for it like you would, but no, I think that was the right decision.
Patrick Dorgu scored more Premier League goals under Michael Carrick than Ruben Amorim. There you go.
Whatever they're doing. Honestly, he's flying. The whole team's flying. Mo mentioned sport. Often confidence, one of the most undervalued things. United players have confidence and they believe they're defending well, and they got players on the counter that can hurt. So I think the blueprint right now is set for Man United.
But after that, the set piece Kings did get back on level terms. Joint most goals from corners. We know how dangerous they are, and they did it again.
Yeah, they did. And it's. They practice them day in, day out at the training ground, but it's all about blocking the goalkeeper and then getting up the knockdowns, and that's exactly what they do. If you watch, I think it's Saliba on Lehmann's, he pushes one of the Man United players into him. Lehmann, I don't know whether he needs to come out for that, but sometimes you're better off if there's a load of players there, just stick on your line. And it's really scrappy. He gets pushed out of the way, and as you can easily see there, it's over the line, but. Arsenal are really good at this, but it still ended up in a defeat.
You know what's interesting? You watch that, and Marino runs around Lamens from the other side. That must throw him, because he's probably thinking, why is somebody in my goal? Do you know what I mean? And he comes, and he's the one that actually scores. It's quite remarkable, really, because there's so many bodies in there. Watch Marino; he runs around Lamens on the other side.
But it's all they do that, because it's either Saliba. It used to be Ben White. I think Ben White actually gets pushed into the post by Declan or Cunha or whatever. But but like you say, with Marino going around and then backing in to block the goalkeeper, it's just so hard for him. But
because you can't really, you'd think some goalkeepers backpedal, don't they? Like the say from Lamens. Yeah. But you can't backpedal because Marino's in the way, isn't he?
Yeah. No, exactly.
So Mikel Arteta's waving Arsenal forward, going for the 3-2 win, and then Matheus Cunha had other ideas. I mean, I have to tell everyone, you called this before he was anywhere near the penalty area. You just got that feeling that something special was coming from the player.
He drifted in as well. I watched him drift in from the left-hand side, and as soon as he touched it, I just thought, this is where he comes alive. He's unbelievable outside the box, long-range shots. See him come inside there. So he makes a run inside, and then Bruno goes on the outside and pins the fullback. So now he's on his own in the central area, and eyes light up. As soon as he picked the ball up here, first touch, I said,